welcome dear students. In this video we are going to learn about RAS-MAP kinase pathway. In my previous class I have mentioned about the RTK, means receptor tyrosine kinase pathway, and in that video I have mentioned that by the receptor tyrosine kinase pathway, RAS-MAP kinase pathway can also be activated. So what is the significance of RAS-MAP kinase pathway? How this RAS-MAP kinase pathway activates, I will tell you in more details in this class. Important fact about this RAS protein is that RAS protein can be constitutively activated. That means the RAS protein will not hydrolyze this GTP ever. How this occur? Yes, there is a amino acid present at position 12 that is called glycine. The 12th number amino acid in case of RAS, normal is the glycine. If you exchange this glycine with any amino acids, X, I am showing X means any amino acid, only except one amino acid that is called proline. Except proline, if you change the glycine at the position of 12 to any amino acid except proline, then this RAS protein gets activated constitutively. It cannot be deactivated, and that RAS is called RAS-D. RAS-D. I will show you how scientists come to know the RAS-MAP kinase pathway by the help of RAS-D. I will show you I will give you one example from which scientists have know this about all this fact. This is the genetic study of Drosophila. In the Drosophila have compound dyes, and each compound dyes have approximately 800 single cells, that is called ommatidia. The unit of the compounds, not single cell but unit of the compound dye. So let's suppose this is the Drosophila eye. These are two eye. One eye have many unit. This is compound dye unit. This one unit called ommatidia. This one ommatidia, if you zoom this one ommatidia, only one ommatidia, then you can see in that one ommatidia there are approximately 800 ommatidia in each eye. If you zoom the ommatidia, you will find there are 22 cells are present in this one ommatidia. Among them are 8 photosensitive receptor neurons are present. So among them, in this ommatidia, among them 8 are photosensitive cells, photosensitive neurons. Okay, these photosensitive neurons are called retinula. You remember this name, retinula. The number of these retinula are given as R1 to R8. In this R1 to R8, there is a special cells that actually helps the scientists to discover the RAS-MAP kinase pathway. The name is R7. This R7 cell is very important among these 8 retinula because the R7 cells helps in the sense of UV light, of normal UV light detection in case of normal Drosophila. But those Drosophila don't have this R7. If there is any mutation or problem in these cells, if the cell do not develop in those Drosophila, they do not discriminate UV light. So scientists can easily choose or select the Drosophila those have normal R7 or those don't have the R7 cells. How this R7 actually develop, it is actually very important. In development of R7, one cell is very important, actually plays an important role, that is called R8. R8 retinula express a ligand that is called BOSS. The full form of BOSS is bride of sevenless. I have mentioned another name of sevenless that is called SOS. SOS means son of sevenless. They have discovered the sevenless 7. In case of Drosophila, the naming is very different. They name any molecule in Drosophila. The naming is why I am telling it is different, because the naming actually is pointing the recessive mutation of the organism. That means if there is any mutation in this R7, R7 actually there is a receptor that actually helps in this R7 development. If this receptor have any problem, then the R7 cell will not develop. That's why it is called 7-less. So the naming is actually opposite. How it opposite, I will show you. So the R8 cells express a ligand called BOS, and the R7 precursor cell, this is the precursor, not the R7, precursor that will develop the R7, express receptor. Let's suppose these are the receptor that bind with the BOS, and this receptor name is ACV, that means 7-less. Now you know why it is different, because this 7-less gene or the protein actually not helping in the 7-less, but it actually developed the R7 protein. But if there is any mutation in this 7-less protein, then the R7 will not develop. That's why it is called 7-less. So in case of Drosophila, all the name like wingless, 7-less, okay, are actually named due to when there is any mutation. That's why this actually cell will not develop in that condition. That is why it is called the less, that means 7-less. If there is any mutation in the 7, this receptor, then the R7 cell will not develop, that is called 7-less. Okay, now when this ligation occur, this R7 precursor cells become R7. Okay, now if there is any mutation in the R8 cell, let's suppose the cell don't have the BOS protein, BOS gene, negative, both the chromosome don't have the BOS gene, then we will call it BOS negative. This R8 cell do not express this ligand. Or let's suppose this R7 precursor cell don't have any 7-less receptor, so I will write 7-less double negative, that means don't have any 7 gene, then they also not express this receptor. So both the case can be whether this R8 don't have the BOS or the R7 precursor don't have the SEF. In both that situations, this R7 precursor cell do not develop R7, it become cone cell. Now scientists actually performed a very tricky experiment. They took a 7-less means 7 negative individual or Drosophila, in which they put or artificially introduced this RAS-D, constitutively active RAS. This is called constitutively active. That means it is always active, whether there is any growth factor present or not. So that's why they introduce the RAS-D, this means constitutively active RAS proteins, in this precursor cell. When they introduce this RAS-D, that is constitutive RAS, the cell do not become cone cell, the cell become R7 cells. By this way they found that there is a receptor through which a RAS protein gets activated, and when RAS protein gets activated, the signaling actually happens and the R7 cells develop normally. And there are so many research actually happened so that they discovered the successor of this RAS protein like RAS, then RAF, then MEK, then MAP kinase pathway. It's all about RAS MAP kinase pathway in basic sense. If you want to learn about more this pathway, all the signaling pathway, I recommend 6 books, but the major 2 books are Bruce Albert and Loris. I also actually get the information from other 4 books like Lewin Sells, Karp, Cooper and Pollard. So hope this video will help you. Thank you for watching and always keep learning.